This week in U.S. immigration news, we are going to cover President Biden's State of the Union, TPS for Ukrainians, TPS for Sudan and South Sudan, border robot dogs, USCIS reaches fiscal year 2022 H-1B cap, Ukrainians in the U.S. decry invasion. President Biden's first State of the Union address took place Tuesday evening. Regarding immigration and border security, Biden explained the new cutting-edge scanners installed at the U.S.-Mexico border to better detect drug smuggling. Along with the new technology, the administration set up joint patrols with Mexico and Guatemala to catch more human traffickers. To provide assistance for the immigration courts, Biden explained he is putting in place dedicated immigration judges to have cases heard faster. The administration will support partners in South and Central America to host more refugees and secure their own borders. Lastly, Biden touched on providing a pathway to citizenship for Dreamers, those on temporary status, farm workers, and essential workers. Department of Homeland Security announced the designation of Ukraine for Temporary Protected Status, TPS, for 18 months. Russia's premeditated and unprovoked attack on Ukraine has resulted in an ongoing war, senseless violence, and Ukrainians forced to seek refuge in other countries, said Secretary Alejandro N. Mayorkas. In these extraordinary times, we will continue to offer our support and protection to Ukrainian nationals in the United States. A country may be designated for TPS when conditions in the country fall into one or more of the three statutory bases for designation: ongoing armed conflict, environmental disasters, or extraordinary and temporary conditions. This designation is based on both ongoing armed conflict and extraordinary and temporary conditions in Ukraine that prevent Ukrainian nationals, and those of no nationality who last habitually resided in Ukraine, from returning to Ukraine safely. Individuals eligible for TPS under this designation must have continuously resided in the United States since March 1, 2022. Individuals who attempt to travel to the United States after March 1, 2022, will not be eligible for TPS. So, does it really help Ukrainians fleeing Ukraine now? The Department of Homeland Security announced a new designation of Sudan and extension and redesignation of South Sudan for Temporary Protected Status, TPS, for 18 months. Secretary Mayorkas addressed the armed conflict and political instability in South Sudan has displaced millions of residents. Mayorkas explained that with careful consideration of these circumstances, nationals of Sudan and South Sudan will be offered TPS until the conditions in each country improve and people can safely return. Individuals newly eligible for TPS under the Sudan designation must have continuously resided in the U.S. since March 1, 2022. This includes those who had previous TPS designation for Sudan, which required continuous residence in the U.S. on or before January 9, 2013.
If you are new to our channel, welcome and please subscribe to stay in the loop. We offer free 15-minute consultations if your case is qualified, so we can point you in the right direction. Stay tuned for the secret code later in the show.
A group of Latino U.S. House members recently expressed extreme concern regarding a plan to possibly introduce robot dogs along the U.S.-Mexico border. U.S. Reps. Veronique Escobar, Adriano Espaillat and Nanette Diaz-Barragan requested a meeting with U.S. Customs and Border Protection about the robot dogs. The letter by the House members expresses their concerns that dispatching robot dogs is a disingenuous moniker that attempts to soft-pitch the use of this technology. The letter further explains that the use of the robot dogs, in combination with drones, facial recognition, and license plate readers can ultimately be a civil liberties risk. USCIS has received enough petitions needed to reach the congressionally mandated 65,000 H-1B visa regular cap and the 20,000 H-1B visa U.S. advanced degree exemption, known as the master's cap, for fiscal year 2022. H-1B visas are used by U.S. businesses to employ foreign workers in specialty fields. USCIS will continue to accept and process petitions that are exempt from the cap. Petitions that were filed for current H-1B workers who have been counted before against the cap, and who still retain their cap number, are exempt from the FY 2022 H-1B cap. As the war unfolded last week, Ukrainians in America are feeling helpless due to many of their family and friends still in Ukraine. Many are gathering supplies and funds to donate to those in Ukraine and seeking legal advice from immigration attorneys about how to get family to America. There have been demonstrations in cities across the U.S. denouncing Russian President Vladimir Putin. Ukrainians and Russians are seeking refuge in America. Ukrainians want to escape Russian troops, while Russians fear they will be drafted and have their bank accounts frozen in a wartime economy.
Friends, show us some love and smash the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have an immigration problem or need a second opinion because you cannot get a hold of your own lawyer, schedule a meeting with our team. Share information with our CARES team and they will help you get scheduled with our legal team. Now here's a secret code to unlock the free 15 minutes.